happening, family? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Check it out, y'all. We are in the era of Dawn when you think about women's basketball. The more I think about it, the more I was realizing like everything in the past few years, probably the last 10 been about Dawn. I'm not saying that they won all of them national championships or nothing, but just her starting to put her fingerprints on where women's basketball is headed. You know, she wears so many different hats. I think the one that I would start with, and if I was describing Dawn, would be activist, because she's always looking for a way to push the envelope, to change the game, to make things better in everything that she's got her hands on. So activist first, whether it's how she stands on her her pro blackness, or if it's how she stands on pushing the envelope about women's basketball and the support um, that we need to see around it, and the respect that needs to be had for the uh, the funding and the finances that the sport as a whole raises, both collegiately and professionally, but way more on a collegiate level right now. Y'all know how I feel about the WNBA. That's another video. But just this era of Dawn, like this has been about Dawn Staley and women's basketball versus everybody. Uh, since she got that stranglehold on South Carolina, you saw it kind of coming at Temple. But once she got that stranglehold on South Carolina and you started to see that program start to build some traction, listen, it's been on ever since. It's been on ever since. And as we looking at the end of this season, like, wow, a chance for her to potentially maybe have another undefeated season, potentially maybe win another SEC tournament, maybe win another national championship, maybe coach the SEC Player of the Year again, maybe be the SEC Coach of the Year again, maybe be the national player, the national coach of the year again. Like, damn, she don't stop. Dawn don't stop. And the way in which she's doing it is just so damn cool that I just it's amazing. It's so cool to watch. It's so fun to watch. Um, history in the making. You don't get to see history in the making every day and know that you're watching history in the making. You know you're watching history in the making because she's been making history. She's a living legend, walking piece of history. Whether it's just if you're just looking at history in general, if you're looking at Black history, if you're looking at women's history, like a walking piece of history, uh, national treasure, a national treasure, somebody that we need to put a little bit more respect on that name. I just keep asking for some more respect on her name. Some more respect on her name. She started this season with her team ranked number 6 in what people were calling a rebuild. To me, it just looked like a re-up, going back to the well and get the same thing we got the last time, and let's do it all over again. But whether you looked at it like a rebuild, a re-up, or you weren't sure what it was going to be, she came in ranked number 6. She's been number 1, I believe, since the first time the poll came out again after preseason. I think we went to number 1 and have remained there, in convincing fashion. And that's not saying that we didn't have some grinded out games. That's not saying that we didn't have something that it was like, oh, this could go either way down to the wire. But overall, I think for what her team has shown from a talent perspective, how they put things together on the floor, the different lineups that she can go with, doing it from a defensive end, the assists that the team is averaging, the blocks that the team is averaging, like she's showing you like it's real basketball going on down there in Columbia, South Carolina. But I think that people forget that before she was such an awesome coach, she was a hell of a basketball player. And that, I believe, is like her secret sauce and why she's able to be so successful as a coach, because she played in like all 4 corners of the world. She's a wealth of basketball. I started looking back at her life. And so, Dawn was born May 4th, 1970 in Philadelphia. She's Philly through and through, to Clarence and Estelle Staley. She had four siblings, parents originally from South Carolina. Um, at that time, born into poverty like lot of, lot of black families in Philadelphia at that time. But on the bougie side, she didn't have to live in high rises. I don't think she's something I heard about. Like she lived like on the outskirts of the project, so she was a little bougie ghetto a little bit. Um, but always a competitor, always an athlete, always looked at athletics and competition and hard work from what I've been able to see as the means to uh, getting out of the hood and being able to take her life to the next level. So as a high school player, senior at Morrell Dobbins Vocational High School, she was named the National High School Player of the Year. And from there, she went on to Virginia, University of Virginia, where her basketball career just took off. She did get a degree in rhetoric and communication studies. She played in 4 NCAA tournaments, 3 Final Fours, a national championship. She's an ACC Female Athlete of the Year and National Player of the Year in 1991 and 1992. In her college career, she scored 2,135 points. She was the ACC Rookie of the Year. She finished her career at the time as the only player in history with 2,000 points, 700 rebounds, 700 assists, and 400 steals. She had her number 24 retired at University of Virginia, and that's one of only 4 retired jerseys at the school. She was named in 2002 to the ACC's 50th anniversary women's basketball team. And like I mentioned, she played pro internationally in France, Italy, Brazil, Spain, before she went pro in the US. Now, that Olympic debut came in 1996 with a wealth of other talent on that 1996 Olympic squad that really kind of laid the foundation for the professional women's hoops that we are enjoying in the U.S. right now. And that 96 team was 60-0, put a whooping down on everybody, and won that gold medal in 96. She went on to compete in other Olympics, winning a total of 3 gold medals as a player. And in 2004, she even carried the flag into the opening ceremonies of the Olympics in representation of the United States. After the Olympics, she went to the ABL, which was one of 2 professional women's leagues that launched in 96 after that great Olympic run. She was drafted to the Richmond Rage of the ABL. She was a 2-time All-Star in the ABL, and she also led her team to the ABL finals in that first season. They actually moved from Richmond to Philadelphia, so she had a chance to play in front of her home crowd before being drafted ninth to the Charlotte Sting of the WNBA when the leagues kind of folded into each other, I guess, or merged. In 2001, she led the Sting to the WNBA championship game. But still, just championships eluding her. She just hadn't won the national championship in college. She didn't get a championship in the WNBA, and I think that's why when you hear her talk so much, it's about she started coaching to win national championships. But she was a 5-time WNBA All Star. She was the first player in the league actually to play for both the East and West All Star teams. She retired at Houston Comet. She averaged 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. She shot 46% from the floor and 33% from three on her career. WNBA All-Decade Team, 2-time Kim Perot Sportsmanship Award winner, WNBA Entrepreneurial Spirit Award winner. And in 2007, the WNBA actually launched the Dawn Staley Community Leadership Award to highlight WNBA players that were making big impacts in their community, like Dawn has been doing since we first got introduced to her. Uh, while she was finishing up her career as a professional player, she also took on the job of head coach. First at Temple, where she finished her career 172 wins and 80 losses. She was the winningest coach in Temple women's basketball history, fastest to reach 100 wins, and she did that with a 68.3 winning percentage. She coached 8 years at Temple. She was a 2-time Atlantic 10 Conference Coach of the Year, a 1-time WBCA Region 1 Coach of the Year. She won 4 conference tournament titles, including the first in team history, and she had 3 in a row of those. She got the program's first national ranking. She had 3 regular season conference championships, 6 NCAA tournament appearances in 8 years. 7 times she made the postseason. 6 times she won 20 or more games. and she got a share of the regular season Atlantic 10 regular season title one time. Now, about 2008, I believe, is when she got to South Carolina, and it's been nothing but a magical run since she got there. She had the first couple seasons where she was kind of getting it going, but once she got her program kind of laid out and got the traction going on her recruiting, it's been nothing stopping her since then. She's been a 4-time National Coach of the Year, 6-time SEC Coach of the Year. Uh, Her record stood at 596 wins, 186 losses, I believe, at the beginning of this season, including 19 postseason appearances, 2 of those which were women's NITs. Excuse me. And she had like a 75.5 winning percentage to start the season. In 2012, she took the Gamecocks to their first Sweet 16, and actually earlier in late 2014, that was the first time the team had achieved a number 1 ranking as a team. In her time at South Carolina, she has coached 2 National Players of the Year, a National Freshman of the Year, 10 Gamecocks that won 25 All-America selections between them, 3 players that won SEC Defensive Player of the Year award 7 times, 2 SEC sixth player of the years, 6 SEC Freshman of the Year awards, 18 Gamecocks that won all SEC honors a combined 37 times. In the last 9 seasons, 14 Gamecocks have been drafted to the WNBA, 10 first-round picks, including 2 number 1 overall picks in the last 6 years. She coached 3 WNBA Rookies of the Year, and that was Gray, Wilson, and Boston. She has coached 2-time WNBA MVP, a 2-time WNBA champ, and a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. 12 players have played in the WNBA in Dawn's tenure. As a matter of fact, for 2023 opening night of the WNBA, she had the following players in the league. Letitia was at Atlanta, Aaliyah was at Indiana, Zaya was at Los Angeles, Alicia was at Atlanta, Ty was at Connecticut, Tiffany was at Minnesota, Victoria was at Indiana, and Asia, of course, was at Las Vegas. And drafted but waived Bria Beal, Elena Coates, Micaiah Herbert Harrigan, and Destiny Henderson. She's won 2 national championships, 5 NCAA Final Fours in the last 8 tournaments, ranked in the AP Top 25 every week since December 10th, 2012, which is the 3rd longest active streak, I believe, in the nation. 38 straight weeks ranked number 1 in the AP. 3rd team to go wire to wire at number 1 in the AP in back-to-back seasons. 6 30-win seasons, 7 SEC regular season championships, 7 SEC tournament titles, 3 top 2 recruiting classes, 9 NCAA attendance titles. Listen. And she's also a USA coach for the Olympic team. She won the 2000 Games gold medal in Tokyo as the head coach. And she was actually the head coach from 2017 to 2021, but I believe that also included a couple of FIBA gold medals, and she won several other medals as assistant coach for Team USA. So a wealth of knowledge as a player and a coach. But the accolades just don't stop. The accolades do not stop. When I say she's a piece of history, I mean that. 1994 and 2004 USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year. 2007, Henry P. Iba Citizenship Award female winner. 2008, she was inducted into the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. 2011, Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame induction. 2012, Women's Basketball Hall of Fame induction. 2013, the Naismith Basketball Memorial Hall of Fame enshrinement. In 2013, she also won the Order of the Palmetto recipient, which is the highest civilian honor that the South Carolina governor can give out, and that's given for significant achievement. In the same year, the Phoenix Club of Philadelphia also established the Dawn Staley Award, which recognizes the nation's top Division I guard, which I believe has been Caitlin Clark the last 3 years. In 2013, she also, in 2017, she had a 2-block stretch of Diamond Street renamed Dawn Staley Lane. And she also had a stretch of road that leads directly into Colonial Life Arena named Dawn Staley Way, also in 2017. She's a 2-time Wanamaker Award winner, The Institute for International Sport named her to the 100 most influential sports educators in America selection. In 2020, she won the Jefferson Award for Outstanding Public Service. In 2024, she got a statue. She has a statue being built in her honor. She also recently amassed 600 wins. She's the first and I think only player coach to be both a Naismith Player of the Year and a Naismith Coach of the Year, coach of the WNBA MVP and Rookie of the Year players in the same year, NCAA coach and professional player simultaneously. She's an actress because she, appeared in the episode of Martin. She had her name dropped in a rap song by the Roots called 100% Dundee. Check it out. Only the second individual to play on and coach a number one ranked team. Only Black college coach to win multiple national championships, and that's in men or women. At one point, like I mentioned, she was the NCAA steals leader with 454. She was named to the top players of the past 50 years by ESPN.com. And if all of that isn't enough, the drip, coach be clean on the sideline, y'all. Coach be clean. She mix it up for you. Coach be clean. That's all I can say. But I'm getting off topic. But she do be clean. Check that drip out, because from Balenciaga to Gucci to Louis, she don't let you down. But she was also the third female to ever have a signature shoe signed, which she signed with Nike in 1995, right? And I think that's kind of where the drip started. Her shoe was cleaner than a lot of them shoes that was out there. Check it out. Had the little strap and everything. Check out that's 35. It's worth a re-release. I think they might need to drop that for March or something. Come on, Nike, let's think about it. But when I put all of that stuff on the table and say that this is all from one person, and you think about the team that she has right now, right? Being undefeated, number one in the nation, good chance to win an SEC tournament, good chance to win a national title, or at least compete for them. And then you think about the talent that she has coming back, and you think about the talent that she's recruited in, as well as the talent that's going to be trying to get in through the portal. And it's amazing that she's put herself in a position to potentially be competing for a national championship for the next 6 to 7 years easily, without even doing a whole lot of work. And that's I think what's so amazing is how easy she makes it look. A lot of these coaches, they look tired at the end of the season, like they need to go and take a vacation. You look up and Dawn is everywhere. She goes right into her foundation work. She goes into anything that she's doing. She had a podcast that she was doing. She's out supporting players that are in the pros. She's working with children. She's still working with her players back in South Carolina. She makes it all look so easy, and then so clean. You don't never see her sweat. Now you see her get hot. You should get hot under the collar. Coach get hot under the collar, and I don't mind that. I like the fieriness. She go to battle for her players, and I think that's what makes it easy to play for her. But I just wanted to take a minute to just say, like, look at this body of work that this woman has done. And it's like when she said that she thought about potentially retiring at the beginning of this season, it just made me be like, damn, we really need to appreciate what it is that we're being able to witness right now, because it's not going to be here forever. I'm glad that she didn't retire, but if she would have retired right now, no question she's a Hall of Fame coach. No question that she's taken women's basketball to places that we didn't see that we didn't see it going to in 1996. But the fact that she's back with all of this talent and all of this drive, and a smooth way of moving things around, I'm so excited to see what she does with the next 15 years. And hopefully that's still in coaching and still around women's basketball, and still allowing us to be able to enjoy this greatness, and still impacting and affecting young people's lives, and making herself that dream merchant. I hope that she's still there. But just in case she's not, thank you, Coach. Thank you. Because, I couldn't imagine where women's basketball would be without you, but it's in such damn good hands. So just a moment to just say thank you to Coach Dawn Staley for everything that she's doing for women's basketball, for what I've been able to see it go for myself, playing back all those years to now being able to enjoy the game professionally, and seeing it on this trajectory where we had 10 million 10 million players watching, and we're able to see the likes of the Caitlin Clarks and the Angel Reeses and the Rakia Jacksons and the Tahina Pow Pows and the Camila Cardosos getting national coverage and getting national support and being able to have these NIL deals come in and these eyes on women's hoop. I know it's not just her, but she's a damn big part of where women's hoops is right now. And just like salute and thank you, Coach Staley. It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. And until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon. I'm out.